Greetings, my wounded civilian family, my brothers and sisters. You are welcome to the show. Today's show is about the Benin Kingdom and the Yoruba Kingdom and the relationship between the Edus and the Yorubas. I'm going to tell it the way as it is. I'm not going to cover it with sugar or because I'm from Edo. I will be, biased somehow, because if I do that, who will learn? Who will learn from me? So I need to be fair, but for you to be the judge. For you to be the judge. I promised before I will do this show, I will talk about these two great kingdoms, Edo Kingdom and the Yoruba Kingdom. But I've been so busy, and people have been inboxing me, telling me, you promise you talk about this thing. What is it you really want to talk about? So I just feel, okay, let me just use today and talk about the relationship between the Edus and the Yorubas. For those of you who don't really understand or who don't know that really the Edus and the Yorubas, they have relationship, and nobody can deny that. Well, let me start from what a certain Yoruba sent to me, or what some people have been posting on Facebook. They will they post something like they said the positions of the great kings, Obas, traditional rulers in Yoruba land. They will say Oni of Ife, the number one, Olofin of Oyo, the number two, one Oba in Yoruba land again, number three, and Oba of Benin, number four, like that. So it is so insultive. And those guys are sending it to me. They send it to me as if this is the position, the great Obas in Yoruba land. I said, okay, the Yoruba have the right to write whatever they like. It is free word. You not also forget that we, the Edus, the Benis, we also have the right to tell our own story. You can't tell our story for us. You have the right to tell your own story. We have our right too to tell our own story. So, if a Yoruba man or Yoruba people state their Obas and their positions and say, Oni first, Olofin second, another Oba third, Oba fourth, another Oba fifth, don't we have right to dispute and say no? What you guys are posting, what you guys are writing is nonsense. Do we have the right? We are not Yoruba. Edos are not Yorubas. We are our own tribe. We are the Edos. We are not Yorubas. Whenever you are stating the Obas in Yoruba land, why including the Edos? Why? We are not Yorubas. We are the Edos. It is different tribe. So that is the main reason why we, people like me, must make this kind of video to straighten things out. Well, the relationship between the Edus and the Yoruba is about Oduduwa himself. Yes, it is Oduduwa. If you ask a Yoruba man where did Oduduwa came from, they cannot tell you a specific place where Oduduwa came from. They can't. Some of them will tell you Oduduwa is from Saudi Arabia. It came all the way from Saudi Arabia, and which we know that is a lie. Saudi Arabia don't bear the name Oduduwa. Some will say it's from Sudan. Also, that is a lie. It can't come from Sudan. They will tell you. Some will say it's from the east. It's from the east. Well, if you look at Yoruba land, Edos, the Edo, the land of Edo, the land of Igodomigodo, is in the east. Oh, they change the story again and say northeast. And we know that it's a lie. Some will say, oh, Oduduwa came down from heaven, from the sky. Oduduwa came down from heaven, from the sky. Okay, we also know that is a lie. Even Jesus Christ was born. Prophet Muhammad was born. It has never happened before that Oduduwa will come down from the sky. Now, why would they say Oduduwa come down from the sky? Before we have this relationship of Oduduwa or no Oduduwa, Edo we have our kingdom before the coming of Oduduwa, before the story of Oduduwa. And the name of our king was Ogiso. That's the god of the sky. Who knows? Maybe when our son Oduduwa left Benin, maybe told them my father is the king of the sky. Maybe they misinterpret it and say, oh, you are from the sky, you are from the sky, you are from the sky. Maybe, because I said I don't want to be biased. Because I'm from Edo, I have to say things that will, be biased so that people will say, oh, I'm the one that is right. I just want to, I might not be 100% right, but just hear me out and you be the judge. Because we have our king then, we don't call them Oba, we call them Ogiso. That's the king in the sky. Ogiso, Ogiso, that's the king of the sky. You see, like I said, Yoruba cannot tell you the specific place Ododuwa came from. They'll tell you it's from Saudi Arabia, it's from this, from that, it's from that. Now, well, like I said, I'm here to debunk. I'm here to tell you what I know, my investigation, for you to be the judge. Now, why would somebody say Oba, our Oba is the fourth, maybe all the ranked, they want to give the Obas in Yoruba land, Oni of Ife, Olofio of Oyo, our Oba took the fourth position. Why? Are we Yorubas? Why? Okay, since they have come up with that kind of Oba is the fourth, we are not Yorubas, but they are trying to, I would say they are trying to rubbish us, put us, give us the position of 4, that we are under Oni. Edo throne is the oldest. It's the oldest in West Africa. The oldest. We can be fought. And we are not even Yoruba, we are Edos. Okay, let me break it down. The Olofio of Oyo, they don't bow. Olofio of Oyo don't bow for Oni of Ife. Do you know why? Because it's a long story. I just want to cut it short, If I should start from the beginning, I just want to make, I will try and make this video short. Because they are talking about position now. Edo, they said Edo is 4. Okay, wait. Did you know that the one, Olofio of Oyo, the one they claim is the second, following Oni of Ife, don't bow. Don't see Oni of Ife as a king. They see him as what they call it, a man that is serving idols in Ife. They don't see him as a king. Olofio of Ojo don't see Oni of Ife as a real king. And I will tell you the reason why. I'm not trying to say Ododuwa is from Edo because I'm from Edo, but the Edo said Ododuwa is their lost son. Is their lost son who went to Yoruba land and they crammed him there and he became the king there. That's not what I'm here to say. Let's assume Ododuwa is not from Edo. Let's assume Ododuwa is not from Edo. Now, Ododuwa became king in Ife. Ododuwa became king in Ife. When they said some say he has only one son, or can something like that. That's or can be me the only son, because the Yoruba name their children according to the circumstance that what happened during that time. That's the way they name their children. Or can be. Well, some say no. Some say he have only one son. Or can be that give birth to the other 7 sons, children, stuff like that. Some say no, that he has 7 children. They don't even know where Ododuwa came from. They don't even know how many sons Ododuwa have, whether it is 1 or 7. Well, don't blame them because nobody recorded it. It is something like guessing. Well, they don't even, but they should know because a man that came from nowhere. It's not a Yoruba man. You crown him king. You're supposed to know where he come from. Supposed to know how many, if you have only one a child and the only son give birth to the rest grandchildren, whatever, they should know. So it is their problem. Maybe they know, they are hiding the truth because that is what this video is all about. They are hiding the truth from the Edos. They are hiding the truth from the world. Because we have to say the truth. We have to go straight to the point. Let's assume now Ododuwa is not from Edo. Now, they crown him, they make him king. He became the king in Ife. After his death, or before his death, they said a certain woman was captured during war or whatever. And they want to use that woman as sacrifice. They found out that the woman was pregnant. So they couldn't use the woman. It's a taboo then. So they now spare that woman that no, they can't kill this woman because since she's pregnant. You can't use pregnant woman for sacrifice. They said it was the captured woman, the pregnancy, the son became, when the woman gave birth, they called the son Oni. That's the spared one. Oni. So the king, that is Ododuwa, now took that boy, that slave son, that slave woman, the son, as his own ADC. You know, that's assisting the Ododuwa doing this daily sacrifice in the palace. It's not a biological son to Ododuwa. Oni is not a biological son to Ododuwa. It was that the boy was the son of a slave they were about to use as a sacrifice. So by then, Ododuwa sent out all his children to go and establish, create their own kingdom. None of his children around. So the boy became like his son, adopted son, not his biological son, adopted son. So when that's how this Ooni started, you know, let me not go too far. When Ododuwa died, they sent for his son. Who did they send for? They sent for Oromia to come and take over from his father. By then, Oromia said he have already established Oyo kingdom, that he cannot come. He is already a king in Oyo. And he said Ooni should be doing it for him. And he is from Oyo, he was commanding Ooni to be doing all this daily sacrifice for him. And he said that he can't come out, but when he died, they should bury him in Ife to show that he's the rightful owner of that throne in Ife. That is how Ooni of Ife started, you know, from one Ooni to another Ooni to another Ooni. Otherwise, Ooni of Ife have no blood relationship with Ododuwa. Why should you say Ooni of Ife is number one? That is the problem Olofio of Oyo is having with Ooni. Ooni is not a biological son or child to the Ododuwa. He can be the first king in Yoruba land. You see, the story is getting clearer now. So automatically, Ooni have no blood relationship with Ododuwa. It can be number one. Because you see how it started. It was a woman they captured during war. The woman was pregnant. They could not kill the woman. They gave birth to the first Ooni. That's how Ooni title started from. Ooni all till today. Ooni was never biological son or blood related to Ododuwa. So let us just cancel Ooni there. So you see that it is Olofio of Oyo who is the next of king, who's supposed to be the greatest king in Yoruba land. That's why you see Olofio of Oyo can never bow, can never agree that Ooni is a king. This is a clear fact. Yorubas, they know. I'm not the one framing it up. I'm not the one forging it now. The whole Yoruba know. So how can you say, Nina is the first, Olofio is the second, another one is the third, Edo is the fourth? Okay, wait. What about Olofio of Oyo and the Edo? How to prove that Edo, what I just said now is to prove to you, Olofio of Oyo is greater than Ooni of Ife. Because Ooni of Ife is not related to Ododuwa. Because they believe in Ododuwa. Yoruba believe in Ododuwa lineage. Now, Olofio of Oyo is greater. That's how it is. Now, what about Olofio of Oyo and Oba Benin? Wait. When Ododuwa was alive, when the Edos came and say, you are our son, you know it. It is time for you to come home. Your father is no more. You have to come and carry on from where your father stopped. You are our son. Ododuwa said, no, he can't come. He can't come. He have already established in Yoruba land. He's already a king here. With the way you guys treated him in Benin, don't expect him to come. He can't come. The only thing he can do for you is to send his own son, Oromia, to come to Benin. The Yoruba lied to the Benin and say Oromia is the last son. It's the last son. It's not the first son. That is a lie. Oromia was the first son. Oromia was the first son to Ododuwa. The Yoruba deceived the Benin. The Benin still believe Oromia is the last son. Oromia is not the last son. Oromia is the first son. Oromia is the first son of Ododuwa. I will prove it to you. He said Oromia to Benin. Oromia could not stay because Benin have their own structure already. They have tradition and culture already. They follow already. It's just that their last Ogiso did not have a son to step in the throne. That's why they are telling Oduduwa, the son, the prince, a Kaladira, they call Oduduwa a Kaladira in Benin. Because I have to tell you the truth. The Benin don't call him Oduduwa. They call him a Kaladira. It was Yoruba call him Oduduwa. Maybe, according to the Benin, I'm not saying the Benin is 100% right. The Benin said maybe, because Oduduwa means the road to success, the road to my words. Even in Benin, we bear the name Oduwa. You look at that famous Nollywood director, Lancelot Oduwa, Imasuen, Oduware, Oduwa, Izoduwa. Izoduwa, that's the name the Benin bear. So I'm not using these names to justify that, yes, Oduduwa must come from Benin. That's not what I'm talking about. If you look at Yoruba now, some call Oduduwa Odua. Even we call God Ogodua in Benin, Ogodua, Oduwa. And some Yoruba call Oduduwa Oduduwa. Some call him Odua. So it is Odua or Oduduwa. So I'm not trying to say Edo is 100% right. When they asked him to come back to Benin, he said no, he was going to send his son. That's Oromia. But the Yoruba told the Benin is that Oromia is the last son. Oromia was never the last son. He was the first son of Oduduwa. And I will prove it to you. He came to Benin. He could not stay. He could not stay in Benin. Well, he fathered his son, the first Oba. The Yoruba will tell you the Oba is Yoruba name. Oba is not Yoruba name. Oba is not Yoruba name. If you look at the name Oba, it was so hard because when the last Ogiso died, nobody to step in. Nobody got many chiefs tried to step in. It was catastrophe. It was disaster. Edo passed through difficulties. It was so hard for the Edos to stand. It was so hard for the Edo then. That's why the Edos were using the word Oba. It's so hard because Edo, I'm not going to put it. The kingdom were breaking. Edo kingdom were breaking. Chiefs having their own community. Other chiefs having their own community. Nobody to step in. Before the seventh chief now decided, no, let us go back. And when they consulted an oracle that their lost son still live in Yoruba land, they have to go there and beg him to come back. So the word Oba is not Yoruba stuff. Some people say because really the name of our Oba then was Ogiso. It was the first Ewoka that started bearing the name Oba. It is not because of somebody Oromia came from Yoruba that's how Oromia were not even there when Oromia fathered that boy, the first Oba in Benin. When he left, it was on his behalf they give birth to the boy. Not that he was there as a father, he take care of him. No. The woman was pregnant before when he left, or when they give birth to the boy. Not that he really stays and take care of him like a father. No. What the Benin want is that blood that, yes, the son could not come, but he sent his first son. The lineage still continue from there. So let them come out. If Yoruba will tell you, he went there to do this. He went to Benin to create. He didn't create anything. He didn't stay in Benin. The Benin already have their own king already. They already have their own culture. The throne is already there already. When the Benin used the name Oba, if you look at our Oba now, our Oba have one dress. One important dress. It is red. What do we call red in Benin? It's Oba. It's Eminoba. And during that time, when though we are in short of a king, it is hardship. Eminoba, Eminologo, hardship, something difficult, disastrous. Pain, tears, sorrow, tears, and blood in Benin because they have no a country or a kingdom that have no king. You all know it's going to be sorrow, tears, and blood. So that's the name of Oba, and that's why our Oba regali. When Oba look at the beat. When Oba want to dress, not sometimes he wear white and go. That is a normal day. The very day for Oba want to sit on that throne is going to be red. It's always red. The bee, the cow, everything must be red. That's why Oba, even Oba. That's the reason why we call Omonoba. That's the king that is red. That's why the Benin fears him. He's red. You have to know, you have to console yourself when you are dealing with the Oba, when you are talking to the Oba. You don't look at his face. That's why we call him Omonoba. That's the child that is red. It was when during time of Ogiso have passed. Now, something happened. Edo is about to disintegrate. Let me use that word. Now we want to rebuild it again. It's not going to take nonsense. It's not going, because even the time of Ogiso, during the time of Ogiso, they said it was so hard. The Oba was so powerful then, but they said now it's going to be even more powerful. That's why they call the Oba the Omonoba. So it's not because the Yoruba don't even bear Obas now. Most of the Obas in Yoruba, it was the Benin's that went there and installed Oba there. Say, okay, your name is now Oba. All these great other traditional rulers like Oli of Ife, do you see them bearing Oba? They don't bear the name Oba. It was all the Obas you are seeing now in Yoruba land. We are the Edos put them there. Let me not go too far. The Yoruba lied to the Benin and say Oromia that Oduduwa sent to Benin was the what they call it, last born. Oromia was not the last born, was the first son of Oduduwa. So he went to Benin. His first child, Oromia first child, his first son is now the Oba of Benin. Again, Oromia, the son, the first son, Oduduwa sent to Benin. Father is son, a son in Benin. Is the first son, which is still the Oba now in Benin. Before he went back home and create Olofi, and go to Oyo to go and create his own empire. There is his own kingdom there. It is his second son that is the Olofin of Oyo today. The second son is the Olofin of Oyo today, who don't agree to Oni of Ife, who said they are the rightful owner of Ododuwa, not Ooni. Ooni is not a blood, Ooni is never blood related. It's not blood related to the Ododuwa. So let's take Ooni out of the picture. We are talking about Ododuwa lineage now. Ooni is no there. Come out all Ooni. Make I use Fiji. Make we come out Ooni. Ooni not just to serve idols, do normal thing. Respect you. I respect Ooni. I'm not trying to disrespect him. But we are talking about Ododuwa lineage. Ooni is not there. Now, if the Yorubas or the Olofin said they are the rightful owner, they are the rightful owner to the throne in Ife, because the first son of Oromia himself was buried in Ife, to show that he told the Yorubas to show that he is the rightful owner to that throne. But because he have already established in Oyo, he can't go back. But when he died, they should bury him in Ife, and he was buried there to show that he's the rightful person to that throne. Again, if we should follow lineage, if Ododuwa, if Oromia really is the first son, is the rightful owner to the throne, that means the first son is the Oba of Benin. If you want to talk about the first Oba, you start from the Benin. Are you people following me now? I am not trying to like I said, to say because I'm from Benin, but to say it, let anybody call. Make your comment and prove me wrong. Not fighting, not insulting. I'm not here to insult the Oba. I'm not here to insult the Oni, Olofin for your, but to, look at what happened in 1912, the Titanic. People still investigate today. And people are different allegations. People are still investigating it. The truth is coming out. It is not what you saw on movie. It's a different story entirely. Government is involved in that fraud. It doesn't matter we are not born yet, but because of the stories, the way things are, you study it. Because the Yorubas are trying to say Oni is the first, Olafi is the second, another Oba is the third, Oba Benin is the fourth. How? First of all, Oni is not blood related to Ododuwa now. Leave Oni out of it. Okay, is it the second, the Olofin of Oyo? Who is the father of Olofin of Oyo? Is Oromia, whom the Yoruba said is the rightful owner to that throne. Oromia gave birth. Oromia fathered a son first in Benin before he went to Oyo to go and create Olofin of Oyo. So Olofin of Oyo is the junior brother to the palace. Monobanedo, the palace is the senior to Oromia. Oromia is the senior to Ododuwa. Ododuwa is from Edo. Let me tell you people something. The Yoruba knows when Ododuwa died, who did they send for? They sent for Oromia to come and take over from his father. Why should they send for Oromia if Oromia is the last son? Or is it because the rest children or the rest son, or they were afraid of Oromia? Why? That means Oromia might be it's not only being only can only because they said he have one son. Maybe it's the only child, the only son he have that give birth to the other whatever. Or you mean the rest brother were afraid of the last son? No, it was never the last son. It was the first son. That is why the man said when they should bury him with Ife. So if, for instance, because I will not say 100% I'm right. If, for instance, Oromia is the first son, that means Olofiofoyo is the junior brother to the Edo. So it is Yoruba that is creating all this trouble. Otherwise, you are Yorubas, we are Edos. Before the story of Ododuwa, Edo exists. Before the story of Ododuwa, Yoruba exists. When Ododuwa died, they sent for Oromia. He refused to come. He said he have already established there. Is that not the same thing Ododuwa told his family, the Edos, when they came asking him to come to Benin? That means history repeats itself. It is what Ododuwa did to his family, the Edo family, his own son, to him. They said it's from the northeast. Look at Yoruba map. You see that Edo is from the east. They changed it. They say, oh, no, in the northeast. That is a lie. Ododuwa is not never from the northeast. Ododuwa cannot come from Saudi Arabia. He's not from Sudan. He's from Edo there. But because Edo, we are too small, our population is not that big, it is difficult for Yoruba to agree. They want to, it's like, they are big, all this stuff. They don't want to agree. But we must keep telling them the truth. There is a throne in Ife Palace. Ife. Nobody sits on that seat. Nobody sit there. In Ife, Yoruba know what I'm talking about. There is a chair there. Ododuwa reserved a chair for ancestors in Ife Palace. There's a certain chair that they say nobody, not even Oni of Ife can sit on that tree. On that seat. So let the Oba of Benin that is allowed to sit there. Why should you separate? Why should you reserve a special seat for Oba there? If Oba, for instance, Ododuwa children, none of Ododuwa children can sit on that chair. None of their lineage, except the one from Benin. Then you will know that Ododuwa know what he's doing. He is the one who reserved that chair for his ancestor from Benin. They tell you every day that they buried, when our Obas in Benin join ancestors, they'll come and bury them in Ife. That is a lie. That is a lie. They are just saying that just to boost their morals. That is a lie. In Benin, all our ancestors, all Oba buried in Benin. That is a lie. There's a special chair. Not even Oni of Ife can sit on that chair in Ife. Ododuwa reserved that chair for his ancestor, for the Omonoba of Benin, who go there if you feel like to sit on that chair. Let us face the truth. I am not saying that Edo is 100% right. I'm not saying that because it's a long time story. Many years ago, nobody can claim right here, but we are just trying to bring what you know. Come and counter me. Tell me, oh, you are wrong there, you are wrong there. All that I'm saying, I just want to make it short. I know so many things. I have studied so many things. I have asked so many questions. Yorubas. And I gather this information and say, okay, this is the truth. Now, when they said Ododuwa from the sky, remember the Ogiso, everybody knows that, the Ogiso dynasty. They call him the king of the sky. Who knows? Maybe that is what he told them, that my father is the king in the sky. Oh, you are from the sky. Maybe that is the reason why some of them think Ododuwa came from heaven, came down from heaven. Nobody come down from heaven. You can't. Even Jesus Christ was born. Prophet Muhammad was, even Buddha. All they were born. So for that, the truth is what we believe in. Don't ever, if you want to give the rank to Yorubas, traditional rulers, you are free. But don't add Edo. And Edo that is listening to this kind of thing, desist from it. You have the right to tell your own story. Yoruba cannot tell our story for us. Let them tell theirs, we'll tell us. So, now, for you to know how great Edo can be, look at all Yoruba traditional rulers. The only traditional ruler in Yoruba land that make wave, that expand their kingdom, is the Olofio of Oyo. The other day, the Olofio of Oyo said, he is the greatest Oba in Yoruba land. Did you know why they respect Oni of Ife today? It was the work of Awolowo. It was the work of Awolowo. When they were having the same Osun State, it was a big problem to them. It was Awolowo who rubbished everything and imposed more power on Oni of Ife. It was Awolowo. Because when he was doing all these things, it also affected the Oba of Benin. Then, that's why the Oba of Benin said, Awolowo can never be president. Oba Akenzwa that joined the ancestors in 1978, about for something years ago, said, you want to be president? You can never be president because of the way Awolowo were disrespecting the monarch, disrespecting Olofio of Oyo, trying to impose more power on Oni of Ife. Oh, Oni of Ife is not he is not a true son of Ododuwa. Why are you imposing power on him? Politically, that's the reason why you see him great now. He was never greater or in any way better than Olofio of Oyo. Olofio of Oyo have been the greatest. Olofio of Oyo is the empire that expanded Yoruba kingdom. For you to know, the original king is the one, the oldest throne in West Africa is the one in Benin. We conquer 30% of Yoruba land. They can't even step on they can't. Then, when we conquer Lagos and another part of Yoruba land, did they come and fight? If really we are just their Oduduwa grandson. Edo was ever great. We all know the story. Edo was ever great. We conquered part of their land. So to agree that Oduduwa from Edo, they feel so as if downgraded. No, you can't come from Edo. Oh, Oduduwa cannot come from Edo. Edo is too small. We conquered Yoruba land. Let them tell us where they conquered in Edo land before. Where did they conquer them? We conquered their land. The Oba of Lagos, we conquer their land and create Oba there. Not the first, not second, not third. Most of these Obas that bear Obas Yoruba land, Edo put them there. The Edos put them there. It's only these two kingdoms, Oni of Ife, Olofio of Oyo, and Edo, that the kingdom that make wave in that part of the world. Oni of Ife did nothing because they were just there serving idols. The Oni of Ife did nothing. It was Olofio of Oyo, the palace there, that made Yoruba land great. Not Oni. So I don't want to go too deep into their personal, story. It is the relationship between the Edos and the Yorubas, what I want to talk about. Even the Ife you are talking about, it was the Igbos that lived there before. The Ife you are talking about, it was the Igbos. They chased the Igbos away. That's the reason why the Oni of Ife said it the other day, Igbos and the Yoruba, they have a relationship too. And they were criticizing him, but the man was telling the truth. So what I'm trying to say here, we are all related. But let nobody feel you are greater than that tribe greater than that. I don't believe in that. But just tell the story as it is. Tell the story as it is and leave the rest. Edo is not Yoruba. We are not Yorubas. We are the Edos. When you are naming the traditional land in your land, name them. Leave Edo out of it. Leave Edo out of it. When you begin to bring in Edo, then we begin to talk. Because Edo is never Yoruba land. The Ododuwa, Yoruba cannot tell us specific place where Ododuwa came from. So when Edo says from Edo, we have the right to say it. If we can prove it. And not say Edo is 100% right. Okay, how many children did Ododuwa have? You don't even know. Some say 1, some say 2. No, some say 1, some say 7. Some say Oromia is the first. It's his last. If Oromia is the last son, why did they call, when Ododuwa died, why did they send for Oromia to come and take over from his father? If he have other brother. So the story is not clear. If you investigate thoroughly now, you discover that Oromia is the first son. Oromia is the first son who went to Benin to father his son. And later went to Oyo to go and establish Oyo kingdom. And when he died, Oromia said he can't come back. But he's the rightful owner to that throne of Ife. That when he died, they should bury him there. Do you ever know these things now? If he's the rightful owner, he's the first son of Oduduwa, and the first son is in Benin, leave Oni out of it. Oni is not part of this relationship, not part of this family. Oni is not part of it. It is other king Olofio of Oyo and the rest that have, because they know all. The Yoruba knows the second son, the first, third, all the Oduduwa children. They are now having their own kingdom. They know all. It's only all they don't. Nobody know. It's not related to Oduduwa. They know. They know the story too. But they said the other day when Olofio of Oyo said he is the greatest Oba in Yoruba land. There are some Yoruba that say no. People like they were all saying no, that anybody that sits on that throne in Ife is the greatest. So if you bring any person from Hausa land and now make him king there in Ife, become the greatest in Yoruba land, it will not work like that. Olofio of Oyo is the greatest. And Olofio of Oyo is the junior brother to the Edo Oba. We are the wounded civilian. This message today is not to disrespect the Oni, disrespect the Olofi, or disrespect the Oba of Benin, but to tell you what I know. If you know I am not right, where I go wrong, just tell us.